Hello and welcome to the shooting show. This week we're going to be taking the Pulsar F455 front add-on out for a bit of foxing. So this is the Pulsar F455S night vision front add-on. So when that's added onto the front of your day scope by means of a quick release system, which is a bayonet setup like that. So this piece, like a locking ring, fits on your scope, and you'd leave that on your scope all the time. And then this unit simply slots in, turns to lock it in place. So as you can see, there's an infrared illuminator on the side of the unit. However, like most night vision units, this one will benefit massively from an aftermarket IR. The unit runs on a IPS7 battery pack, same as the Accolades, which lasts, well, I haven't run it out yet in a normal night's foxing, so you get plenty of life out of that. It's focused by the little knob on the front here. So the unit also records, however, because it's forward of the crosshairs on the scope, you won't actually see the crosshairs in the recorded footage. You'll also find that it won't be magnified as much as what you'd see through your scope. So one of the great things with this unit is it means you can use your standard day scope in the normal way. So in other words, you can dial in for elevation and windage still, and you can also use your illuminated reticle. It also doesn't affect your zero. Now, what you might find is sometimes with these units, I don't know quite how this works, but sometimes it will alter the point of impact very, very slightly. But these units can be calibrated to just adjust them so that they match your point of aim. And once you've done that and you leave that locking ring on the scope, then you simply lock it in place and it'll just be bang on. So if you've got a variable magnification scope, you can still zoom in using this scope. However, what you will find is that much past probably 8, maybe 10 at a push, any more magnification than that, and you are going to get quite a pixelated image. Ideally, this scope works best on around about 3 to 4 times mag. The minimum base mag on this one's 5, so it does mean that I do start to lose a little bit of the picture on the screen due to the higher magnification. As I say, also you'll find that the more you zoom in, the more pixelated that image will become, because essentially you've got a digital screen in front of the scope and you're zooming in on that. So naturally, as you enlarge that picture, you're going to see the pixels that bit more. You'll see here that I've got a trigger cam set up on the back here. So the idea being that I'm hopefully going to be able to get some footage through the scope of what you'll actually see when you're using this. So you will actually get the crosshairs in the footage, because I'm recording from the back of the scope. So I'm getting everything forward of that. So I thought I'd take this unit out this evening and put it to the test on the problem fox that we've got coming into the farmyard. We've got a fox that's been coming in across these fields here and making its way straight for the farm pretty much every evening, about the same sort of time, about an hour after dark, something like that. And it's been harassing the ducks on the pond there, so the farmer's just asked if I could have a look and see if I could sort that little problem out for him. So we'll pop back a bit later this evening around about dusk and have a little sit out and see if we can sort that fox out. So I'm back down the farm again this evening, and I've got a nice spot just on top of some bales, which gives me a good view out across the field where the fox has been coming in from. It's also quite a good spot actually. You get a few foxes coming up and down the tree lines either side of this and up and down the driveway as well, so it's certainly a good spot to sit and wait. So hopefully before too long we'll see our fox coming in. So it's a lovely still evening this evening. certainly much more pleasant sitting and waiting for a fox when it's like this than when it's absolutely hammering it down or blowing a gale. Still just about to see with the binoculars and that, so it's not quite that dark yet, but you never know, it might come in early. It's always worth turning up at least an hour before you expect to see a fox. They're fairly predictable with their times when you regularly see one around, but an hour either side of the expected time is a pretty good window to get a chance of knocking one over. There goes the farmer taking the dog for a walk. Right, it's getting too dark to see now with the standard dayscape, so I'm going to go over to the F455. The IR that comes with it, incidentally, you can take that off. Like that, there we go, and there's a little bit of Picatinny rail on there, so if you want you can add a separate IR on there like so, or alternatively, as I've done here, I've got a little scope mount which allows me to lock it on there. Right, so it was a fox that just went along the hedge around the distance there. That's 380 metres away, but I can't take a shot even if I fancied having a crack at that, because there's a road immediately behind that. But we need them in this field ideally, but there's a good chance they'll come along the hedgerow there and come through into this field, so we'll just keep our eyes peeled. So in the style of a true professional, I forgot to charge the trigger cam, so this footage is recorded directly from the unit itself. Hey! Right, there we go, one fox, and he was at 100 yards, bang on. Excellent. Well, I'm pretty confident that would have been the one we was after, because it was heading straight in towards the farm here. Brilliant. Well, that worked really well, because that was, I didn't even have the IR on for that. That was purely just using the ambient light. So that was good. Smack on, straight over. Happy days. Right, so I've given it probably an hour now since that last fox came in. So I think I'll call it a night and say that's job done. Right, let's go and have a look. That's one of this year's dog fox. That looks like a perfect candidate for a bit of duck harassing on the pond, so I reckon that's our one. Right, so that's where I always leave the foxes for the farmer, so he sees them when he comes into the yard, and we should be pleased to see that one. So another good night. Thanks for watching.
Hi, my name's Jonathan and this is the game map of Britain. This is the second in the series and today we are at Pennyholme Estate in the North Yorkshire Moors. Pennyholme Estate is situated in the heart of the North Yorkshire Moors and it's only a stone's throw away from Helmsley. The estate shoots off some incredible deep gullies and hill banks offering staggering pheasant and partridge for all capabilities. But for me it's the backdrops of Stoney Woods Manor that creates that amazing combination of seclusion and luxury. For me, it's just always an honour to be able to join a team like this on a day like this. I don't get many chances to experience this kind of exceptional driven shooting, and this is one that I've been looking forward to since last year. Yeah. Hey, mate. And this is what I love about shooting, it's a real community, it's not just about the guns today, it's about the whole team, so the beaters and the pickers up. Once again today I'm going to be using my Longthorn Hesketh Deluxe in 16 gauge. It's a perfect gun for me for partridge this time of season. Yes, got him. So we've just had the first drive here today at Pennyholme and that was an absolute spectacle of a presentation there from the boys at Pennyholme. The birds have just been absolutely pouring over the top of this bank here. I'm peg number 3, so we're almost in the thick of it there. There was a really, really good showing of birds down the centre there as well, but we've had a few shots, a few birds come down, which has been really, really nice. Like I said earlier, this is an absolute treat for me. There's not many occasions where I'll get to shoot a day like this. I'm out with a team of friends, which is again even nicer, we can shoot each other's birds. And we can see behind us some of the beaters are just coming down, which is nice. There's a load of spaniels working. We're stood next to a beautiful little river, which I think up until last night was actually flooded over to here. So we're lucky to be even standing here. But yeah, it's been a good day so far. Moving up to... Yeah. Send it out, but you know where the beaters are, behind the beaters. Yeah. And then obviously just fly it over. Yeah.
One of them's going to go with bacon.
Yeah.
What was it, 20 bottle then?
It's a 16. How long have you been here for now then?
This is my second season here.
Second, right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's pretty good then.
Yeah.
So what have you done in terms of changing things around to you know, to I won't say make it better, but you know, put your own stamp on it? And
yeah, it's been quite hard because obviously we were limited on size of what we can change drive-wise.
yeah.
All we could change was how we released them. We refrained from releasing in big pens and went back to
smaller releases,
10x10 releases,
Yeah.
but spread them out over these bank sides a lot more.
I remember you saying you had about 40, did you? Something like that, 40 different
Yeah, I
pens
think we
up
went from 6 release sites to 45.
and that caps disease
Yeah.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, spreads your birds out, gets rid
Yeah.
of disease. Plus, when it comes from a driving point of view, we've got birds that are trying to go home to different places
rather than all
rather
packing
than
and
one line.
yeah, because we saw some good packs come over there, but like you said, it was predominantly 5s, 10s, wasn't it? So everyone's got shooting.
Yeah, nice sort of select, nice spread sort of even drive, trying to get everyone a bit of shooting.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not possible to get everyone the same.
Yeah.
But it gets everyone a bit of shooting.
Yeah, definitely. For me, this is probably the pinnacle of shooting partridge, because we've had, like I said, we've had absolutely everything. We've had like really fast snap shooting. We've had the stuff where you can see them coming from bloody miles away, and you're thinking, right, okay, which one shall I go for? Then they change at the last minute. You've no idea what you're doing.
Yeah.
And then even on that the last drive there, we've got these birds that are coming from a long way away. You can see them going up and up and up and up, and you're thinking, right, bloody hell, like that one's miles away. Let's have a go at that one. And
everything's different. Nothing's uniform.
Yeah.
It's all got a bit of change.
Yeah.
You've got to change your stance and everything.
Yeah.
But no, it's fantastic. We'll come through these pines. Once we're at the pines, you can start coming on a little bit. I don't think you want to give them too much pressure. We'll try and flick them off you, send them over the guns. And I do apologise if I end up cutting short and end up saying something different to what I was going on about. Right, guys! Yeah, keep going on, Claire.
Got it. Go on. Got it.
A lot of pheasants mixed in. This must be a fantastic pheasant.
Plenty of noise, Dave. Plenty of flag cracking.
Yeah, well done.
Fine there, right on, Dave. A bit more, please. Here's the load going. Stand still, guys. Flag up, pugwash. Right up. Cheers everyone, thank you, fantastic day, well done.
Get on. Flow.
Good boy, good
Bring
boy.
it right across and try and hit that wind and flick them
Yeah.
back with it.
They're a healthy bird, even for sort of September, though, aren't they? They're massive. Get the camera crew taking some birds home. They tried grouse. Casey and Si took some grouse home the other day and cooked them like in the feather.
That's what I want to be doing.
And considering they've never been in the field before, they did really well. No, I appreciate that, then, mate. Cheers, Paul.
No.
See you soon.
Good. Right.
Thanks, Tom.
Freeze, good girl. Lola, fetch him on. Red. Boy.
If you aren't a member of BASC, it's time to join now. BASC, looking after your sport, looking after you.